بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال يلقى إبراهيم أباه آزر يوم القيامة وعلى وجه آزر قطرة وغبرة فيقول له إبراهيم ألم أقل لك لا تعصني فيقول له أبوه فاليوم لا أعصيك فيقول إبراهيم يا رب إنك وعدتني ألا تخزني يوم يبعثون فأي خزي أخزى من أبي الأبعد فيقول الله إني حرمت الجنة على الكافرين ثم يقال لإبراهيم ما تحت رجليك فينظر فإذا هو بزيخ متلطخ فيؤخذ بقوائمه فيلقى في النار رواه البخاري. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala narrating from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam will meet his father Azar on the day of Qiyamah, and onto the face of Azar there will be signs of sadness and anxiety and signs of failure and darkness and dust. So Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam will say to his father that didn't I tell you that do not disobey me? So father will say to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam that today I will not disobey you. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam will say that, oh my Rabb, you have made promise to me that you will not betray me on the day of resurrection. O Allah, what can be bigger betrayal? What can be bigger betrayal than my father who is about to be destroyed, who is away from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is symbol of failure, far away from success. What can be bigger betrayal than that? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reply to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that I have made Jannat haram unto the kafirin. And then it will be said to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam that look underneath of your feet. So Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam will see there will be an insect into the dirty insect. It will be held from its feet and it will be thrown into the fire of Jahannam. Hadith Sharif is being narrated. There are about 7 things mentioned into this Hadith Sharif, and all of them bringing one of the happening on the day of judgment, on the day of resurrection. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that all those ayats and all those riwayats came through Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to us about the day of resurrection, about the happening of resurrection, about the day of Mahshar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us its ilm, correct ilm. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us deep iman onto it. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us its consciousness. One of the fundamental sabak and benefit we should be deriving from this Hadith Sharif, that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam narrated. Hadith Sharif is being mentioned into the Bukhari Sharif. And there are 7 things mentioned. First, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam meeting his father on the day of resurrection. Now, things happen between Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and his father during the lifetime, also being recorded by Quran. Also being recorded by Quran. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam's father, who used to make idols, who used to worship idols. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, he was such an obedient son that wherever Quran narrates his conversation between himself to his father, Quran narrates that he used to say, Ya Abati, oh my beloved father. And imagine about this son, that from the young age, the whole community is idol worshipper. Whole community follows whatever king says. And this young boy, he had such vision that no, I am not going to follow the flow. That's what we were discussing yesterday. That those days there was idols according to their times. In our time there are modern forms of idols. And everybody, if they are worshipping modern idols, then we are also worshipping modern idols. Ibrahim ﷺ and his tawheed and his challenge against the whole community, against the whole tyranny, against the whole government, it is appealing us. That are you following tawheed like Ibrahim ﷺ? So first thing, many things happen between Ibrahim ﷺ and his father during the lifetime. And that zeal and that passion continued into Ibrahim ﷺ. So that is first thing. As soon as he meets his father on the day of resurrection, he says to him that, see, now you are going to accept it. Now you are going to realize it. That what you were doing, it was wrong. And what I was calling for, it was right. What do you say? Isn't you disobey me? So father is admitting that, yes, I have disobeyed you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us, realize that sometime we shouldn't come to conclude at a time when you say, now it's too late. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Sometime when it is too late and you come to realize, it doesn't help. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, when he says that, didn't you disobey me? His father said, no, I will not disobey you now. But his statement that I will not disobey you now, it will not help. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, how he was keen that his father, when it comes to his father and when it comes to the betrayal from the father's side, he had made dua and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had accepted his dua that, oh Allah, when it comes to my father, do not betray me. So when his father said, I will not disobey you, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam will turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, you have made promise to me that you are not going to betray me on the day of resurrection. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfilled his promise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, two things will happen. One thing, it is the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is made, open to everybody from the creation of human being. That when person do not believe into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he does not qualify for Jannah. It is haram. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that is eternal, my hukam from the time of the human's creation. And it will not change. It will not change for the father of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. When it cannot change for the father of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, do we expect that it can change for anybody else? It will not change for nobody. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it is haram for non-believers to enter into paradise. One side it is haram. On the other side, yes, I have made a promise to you. I am going to fulfill that promise. Now look underneath of your feet. When Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam looked down, then he will find that insect fully into the mud, into the dirt. So that's how the father was transformed into the insect to keep Allah's promise that you are not going to face that maximum betrayal. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam's father goes in a shape of a human being into the Jahannam. That will be more hurting. That will be more betraying. That will be more insulting. So then the legs of that animal will be caught and it will be thrown into the fire of Jahannam. That is the hadith sharif. Just one hadith sharif. We have started Babul Hashr and we have gone through many hadith sharifa. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that these ahadith sharifa becomes our vision, becomes our conscious, becomes our yaqeen, that these things are going to take place into the field of Hashr. Many ahadith sharifa narrated. Quran has narrated about the day of Hashr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us its correct ilm. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us its correct understanding. And then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us, correct yaqeen, deep and very, very firm yaqeen that is going to happen. Where am I standing on that day? Which side I will be standing? Either right side or either left side. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that hadith sharif we went through, that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam will see that some of the people from his, the literal word is from his companions, will be taken to left side. So Nabi sallallahu, he will say it out that no, they are my people. So it will be said to him that no, they became renegated after you left. So that is going to also take place. So that must give us some worry and concern that it must not happen. Oh Allah, make us such that we do not abandon one dot from the Islam of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You pay attention on this sentence, that from the Islam of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because modern Islam and modern version of Islam is being promoted now. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we stick to the Islam of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And any part of what you call Quran and Sunnah, whether it is Hashr, whether it is Jannat, whether it is Jahannam, whether it is Sakarat, whether it is maut, whether it is before maut, whether it is into the lifetime, whatever guidance comes from Quran and Sunnah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct ilm. Oh Allah, give us wahaban also, as your gift, give us the correct and safe and sound ilm to follow and to obey and to live and die on that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct understanding of Quran and Sunnah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawr, ya dhal jalali wal ikram, la ilaha illa ant. زهر اللاجئين وجار المستجيرين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا واثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا. فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين. فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فاقبضنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندام ولا مفتونين. اللهم إنا نسألك حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم هم أصلنا ووصلنا وإليهم يحن قلوبنا وطال إليهم شوقنا فاقبض إليهم أرواحنا. اللهم علمنا الكتاب والتأويل. اللهم فقهنا في الدين. اللهم اجعلنا علماء فقهاء. اللهم اجعلنا من الراسخين في العلم. اللهم اجعلنا من التوابين واجعلنا من المتطهرين المتطهرين واجعلنا من عبادك المخلصين المخلصين واجعلنا من الذين لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون واجعلنا من أوليائك الصديقين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.